Hi guys, so for this video, we have yet another rant, this time on what Epic can do to save Fortnite. Now, I want to begin by saying that I do not think Fortnite is dead. I know a lot of people say that. They say that because Fortnite does not have as many players as it used to, that it's dying. Maybe they're technically correct, but me personally, I really enjoyed last season. Last season being season 7, by the way. FNCS was extremely exciting. It ended yesterday. The meta was pretty good, and I think I grinded more than I ever have in like the past year. However, that does not mean it was perfect. I feel like there's so many things that Epic can do to kind of revive and take Fortnite to the next level that most people don't even really think about. And yes, I know that Unreal Engine 5 is coming out. Modding and creative is supposed to be released as well, but I'm talking about changes that will interest both casual and competitive players. So all I really ask for is that you guys watch the whole video through, let me know your thoughts about it at the end. Also, maybe drop a like and show your friends. Without further ado though, this is what I believe Epic can do to save Fortnite. Starting off, Arena desperately needs a rework. For those of you that do not know, Arena has largely remained the exact same for the past 9 seasons. I'm talking all the way back to Chapter 1 Season 9. Epic actually went and changed the scoring format last season, that again being Chapter 2 Season 7. Season 8 is in like a week, so I'm gonna refer to it as last season, even though it's still Season 7. I'm sorry. They made the placement points more spread out, but anyone who got past Contenders League pretty much knows it played out the exact same way. Arena is supposed to be Fortnite's main competitive game mode. You have the normal public match playlist for the casual players, you have tournaments for the extra sweaty tryhards that are in Champions League and Arena, and then you have Arena for the combination of them both, people who want to get to champs. You guys see the issue, right? Rather than being an actual competitive playlist where players are grinding to get to a certain rank, Arena's sole purpose, even though Epic might not say it is to determine which players can compete in cash cups in FNCS. Literally, you get to champs and that is it.
But Jerian, there's actually different leagues in Champions League, all depending on how many points you have.
That is very true, little Timmy, but let me ask you, what do you get when you reach those higher divisions? Do you get a skin? Do you get some sort of cool rank that you can flex on your friends? Do you get anything at all? Nope. You get absolutely nothing. Just think about this for a second. Me myself, I'm a pretty good player. I know I'm above average, but I'm nowhere near a tier 1 or tier 2 pro. Well, guess what? I am in the exact same division in Arena as the best player in the entire world, Falcon Tayson. Sure, he might have more Arena points than me. He probably has like 60,000, I have 25,000, but that does not matter for anything. There's worse players with more Arena points, and then there's way better players than me that have even less Arena points. If somehow that has not convinced you that Arena is a joke of a ranking system, I mean, you probably haven't been around a good ranking system if you don't think it's bad. Let me remind you really quickly that you cannot derank in Arena. Yes, you heard that correctly. You cannot drop out of divisions in Fortnite's competitive playlist. Once you get to champs, you stay there forever. It doesn't matter if you go below 6k points. You can go all the way down to 0 points, literally be below people in open division Arena, yet still be able to compete in tournaments, all because you could not derank and you are still champion division. Like, what? Now, most people that have played in good ranking systems, games like League of Legends, Apex Legends, Valorant, you guys already know how bad Arena is, and I think even people who haven't can kind of agree that the ranking system alone is why games are so dead and boring. Could you imagine if Champion League Arena matches were stacked like an FNCS endgame, 40 people alive in the first moving zone with Surge? Like, that would be so much fun. Pretty much every single player that had a competitive bone in their body would be trying to grind it, yet we have 7 people alive in duo Arena, all because there's nothing really to grind for. Funnily enough, Epic basically admitted that they know Arena sucks and that it will never ever be stacked with the way that they format it. They tried to introduce something in Europe called Aura Scrims. It was only available for EU players that were in champs, and I think the games were good for maybe an hour, but after 2 or 3 days, the games died out, and I'm not even kidding. Epic actually tweeted saying they were relegating every single EU player out of Aura Scrims. They were pretty angry. way. Seriously though, a rework of Arena could really make the game pop off again. Just look at Apex Legends. That game was really never more popular than Fortnite outside of when it first came out. The thing is though, the Apex Legends developers were smart and they knew they had to start working on a very good ranking system. Can you guys guess what happened? After about a year or so of working out all the kinks, a really good ranking system came to be, and pretty much every top tier streamer started to move over towards Apex. You had guys like Nick Mercs, Tfue, Cloaksy, 72 Hours, all of them that love competition, that want something to grind for. Every single one of them moved over from either Warzone or Fortnite into Apex Legends. And yes, I know Fortnite does have a higher skill cap, but you have to remember, all of these dudes playing Apex started like a year and a half late. All of them came in with basically no Apex Legends champion knowledge. None of them really knew the map, which by the way, Apex did drop a new map. They all just want a good battle royale with a good ranking system, and Apex Legends delivered it to them. So yeah, that is basically my first point on what I think Epic can do to save Fortnite. They really don't have any excuses for not implementing a good ranked mode. Like before, it used to be that, oh, it was in beta and it's a battle royale, so we don't really know how to make it competitive. Obviously, they're doing a great job with tournaments and stuff like that, but Apex Legends is also a battle royale. I really do not care that it does not have building, it doesn't have editing. All of those Fortnite mechanics do not matter because they are irrelevant to an actual ranking system. Just make placement points be based off of where you finished in the match. People could also get extra points for kills. Like, come on, Epic, I don't need to explain it to you. Not to mention, you guys stole the reboot van from Apex Legends, so why not just take a note out of their page about the rank system? You guys have done it before. That is just some food for thought. Another thing Epic can do to really save Fortnite, which I know a lot of people, including myself, were kind of looking for this season, aka last season, Chapter 2, Season 7, are map changes. I'm gonna link a really good video from a guy named Resub. He makes some great educational Fortnite videos, and one of them was about the Fortnite map and how it has barely changed over the last 7 seasons. I'll probably put some of the video inside this one, but it is ridiculous how boring this chapter has been. From Chapter 1 until now, all that's really been added was, I think, Coral Castle, Stealthy Stronghold, maybe some random IO bases around the map, and pretty much that is it. Compare that to Chapter 1, and it is actually ridiculous how little changes there have been. Chapter 1 had the huge desert biome. It also had the huge snow biome in the bottom left side of the map. Every single season felt like you were playing on a completely different map. It made the game feel so much more fresh, and you really never knew what to expect. Fast forward to Chapter 2, however, and it was pretty much the opposite. The only time there was a big change was, I believe, Chapter 2 Season 3, which was when there was the water map. I love that, even though at the beginning it was a little scary with the charged shotguns. Nobody liked those things. But even when they changed the map a ton, and when half of it was underwater, like 6 weeks later, everything was back to normal. All the water had receded, and we were left with pretty much nothing new. Like, just think about it. In Chapter 2 Season 4, they took away not only all of the water, but they took over the remaining POIs that were part of that season. Stuff like the Fortilla, the rig, the yacht, even really cool places like the grotto that everyone loved. All of those things were just rendered useless or were pretty much evaporated off of the map. Chapter 2 Season 5 was the one with the sand biome, which I actually did like. The only season I did not like was Chapter 2 Season 6, which was the primal season. I don't think anyone liked that. Make Shit probably ruined that season alone. Back on the topic of map changes though, Epic really needs to spice things up. All that was changed this season was they added some like purple trees around the center of the map. They added weird IO bases, and then they started taking loot away. Like, think about Slurpee. Slurpee had so much slurp water, it had so many chests, and then because of the weird storyline, they took away like half the chests. The reason people fell in love with Fortnite is because all the map changes from Chapter 1. Every season felt insanely fresh, and that's just not what people feel anymore. The game feels stale because there's no map changes. And kind of related to map changes, I'm not going to make it its own separate point, but hopefully you guys know where I'm going with this. These lack of map changes and kind of the map in general, they made competitive extremely uncompetitive. A lot of you guys who are watching probably follow competitive. Maybe you guys watched Heats or you watched the Grand Finals, which were yesterday. A big problem affecting a lot of pros, and even you guys, if you guys are competitive players, is the fact that there's not a ton of loot. And guys, I'm not even talking about the 50% chest spawn rate. Obviously that would help, but I feel like Epic just will never go back to that. 100% chest spawn rates were a thing back in Chapter 2 Season 1. Even if Epic wants to keep it at 50% chest spawn rates, which I do believe they want, just add more spots on the map. You have players like Mr. Savage, some of the best pros in the world, that were randomly banned during FNCS Grand Finals. I'm not even gonna get into that. He barely finished in top 20 after being top 5 the first day in FNCS, all because he was contested. Had there been a place like the Fortilla, the Rig, the Yacht, places that were in the game in the past, map changes that Epic actually did make but then randomly took away, none of these stories about pros being contested and griefed in huge events, it just would not happen. Like, even if you don't care about competitive, hopefully you can see where I'm coming from. It sucks to watch, and in all honesty, it really does not make people want to grind competitive. What's the point if there's not enough loot on the map? If you're little Timmy and you somehow qualify for FNCS Grand Finals, good luck finding anywhere on this tiny little map to land. You're screwed! To kind of finish off this point, I'm gonna put a tweet that I saw from Destiny's Jesus. He had a picture of the Chapter 1 Season X map. That was the first time Trio FNCS was a thing, and no, if you're from Reddit, I do not think that was a good season. Nobody does. All Destiny is trying to show off is that there were so many more viable landing spots. There was literally 30 plus teams that had their own landing spots. All of them could actually compete. With 50% chest spawn rates, you could leave that stupid addition in, but just make more viable landing spots for people to land at. It makes competitive way more fun to watch. It makes competitive way more fun to play. It makes the game feel way more fresh. And most importantly, people will not get bored of the same dang map for 5 seasons now. Like, really? Can we please just spice it up a bit? The last thing Epic can do to kind of save Fortnite, even though, like I said, I don't think it's dead, I love this game, is to just communicate with us. This is something I've been stressing for probably about 2 years now. One of you guys should go back to my original rant videos, and I'm pretty sure I was stressing the need for communication. No matter if it's the casual or the competitive community, there's really no central figure or really any way to communicate with Epic. I guess we have the Fortnite and the Fortnite status Twitter pages, which are pretty much just automated. None of them ever really communicate or have someone that's from the community behind them. We also have guys like Sundown, but that's not his job. He is not supposed to be the person at Epic that is communicating with everyone, even though he tries to be. We just need a way to actually communicate our thoughts and have videos like this one heard. Tell me right now, who the heck is against map changes? Imagine if someone could actually talk to Epic and Epic could give their answer on why they're barely changing the map, why they're deciding to take away things that they do change, a way for the casual and competitive player base to communicate directly with Epic, even if they don't even want to listen half the time. Just for them to tell us why they're doing stuff, that would be so huge. I believe in 2K, there's a guy named Ronnie2K. That dude directly communicates with everyone. His job is literally to tell people what 2K is thinking about and why they choose to do certain things in their game. It's really not that hard of a job. I can even do it for you without pay. Hire me. But yeah, overall, that is kind of my thoughts on what Epic can do to save Fortnite. Fix Arena, bring us some dang map changes. It's great for the casual and competitive player base. It will make your game and community so much happier. So let me know all your thoughts down below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below, subscribe somewhere down here. I don't even remember how to do my outro anymore. Just do all that stuff. Shout out to everyone on the screen. I love each and every one of you. Season 8 is coming out very soon, so use code Jerian. I appreciate you too, Epic. Otherwise, that is it from me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.